Good morning. I am Ricky Lokban, a faculty from the University of Eastern Philippines, Northern Samar, under the Engineering Technology Department. And soon we will become a Bachelor of Industrial Technology as we are now proposing to the Board of Regents to change our curriculum for the next school year. So my task is about automotive LPG system. This is not all about the LPG for cooking, but rather LPG as an automotive fuel. So let me first define what is auto LPG. Auto LPG or liquefied petroleum gas is a generic name for mixture of hydrocarbons, mainly propane and butane, which exist as vapor under ambient condition and can be changed into liquid state by applying moderate pressures. Energy content similar to gasoline and also inherently clean burning characteristics. Therefore, it is cleaner burning fuel compared to gasoline and diesel, producing fewer harmful emissions. So it has environmental benefits. First, it has a lower photo or chemical smog, ozone forming potential which causes cancer and respiratory problems. Example, asthma and bronchitis. Also, it is lower greenhouse gas emissions, primarily carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrogen oxide, typically 10 to 20%, which affects climate change. And also, it has less urban pollution in air toxics containing carcinogen and compounds that affects reproductive and neurological systems, and fine particulates versus diesel, buses and trucks which causes cancer, and also significant levels of sulfur dioxide, the main cause of acid rain. So we cannot deny the fact that there are pollution effects in our body or even in our health causes by the emissions by burning of fuels, especially for diesel and gasoline. So we have here the effects of pollution on the body. Number one, we have the ozone. So it uh, affects the inflammation of the eye, migraine, allergy, and asthma. And we have also the SO2 or sulfur dioxide that attacks nose and throat and lungs. Also, the particles acts as vehicles of disease for other pollutants and can penetrate the lungs. And also, we have these hydrocarbons that have a carcinogenic effect, especially on lungs, inflammation of the eye, and coughing. And also, we have this NO2 or nitrogen oxide that attacks certain immunizing cells, paving the way for bacterial and viral infections, sleepiness and dizziness, and vomiting. So, those are the causes or effects of the emissions caused by the burning of fuels of diesel and gasoline. But if we are using the LPG, it has lesser harmful effects for our nature and even for our health. So this is the comparative environmental impact for gasoline and LPG for the ozone forming potential and greenhouse emission and air toxics emissions. So it is clearly illustrated that LPG is lesser in its emission than gasoline. Next, we have here the particulate emissions regulated. We cannot deny the fact that even though we have catalytic converters in our vehicle, still there are harmful chemicals that particulates in the air and very harmful for our health and even for our nature. So we have here diesel is more uh, emissions that particulate, and the CNG or compressed natural gas has lesser, but the fewer is the LPG. And what are those unregulated pollutants? Number one is principally comprise air toxics from motor vehicles and fine particulate matter in motor vehicle exhaust absorb toxic compounds through mixing in the exhaust stream and carrying them into lungs. It is really dangerous when we inhale the exhaust gases from our vehicles. But of course, we take the risk because there is a high demand for mobility and for transportation, especially daily in our daily activities for those who has work and even for students that travels daily. US EPA or US Environmental Protection Agency estimates that mobile car, truck, and buses are the sources of air toxics accounts for half of all cancers attributed to outdoors sources of air toxics, and some illnesses caused by exposure like delayed pulmonary edema, death by respiratory failure, irritation to the gastrointestinal tract, liver and kidney damage, birth defects during pregnancy, delayed bone formation and bone marrow damage, and decrease in red blood cells leading to anemia. There are other chemicals that added to our fuels that are really dangerous, but we can see that in LPG system, it is clearly illustrated that there is a fewer addition of these chemicals, especially this butadiene used primarily in the production of plastics, and also the emissions of acetaldehyde, a common metabolite of alcohol that can cause hangover symptoms, and also the emissions of formaldehyde, a manufacturing preservative that also known as a human carcinogen, and also the emission of benzene, also a human carcinogen. This means overexposure of those chemicals are very harmful to our health. And one of the solution to lessen the risk of those harmful chemicals is to convert our diesel or gasoline engine to a dual fuel by installing a LPG or auto gas system, because there are benefits when we convert our vehicles to a dual fuel system, either gasoline and LPG or diesel and LPG. So for the safety benefits of autogas, it is carbon steel construction, so it is durable. It is 20 times more puncture resistant than our typical gasoline tank. As we notice even in our kitchen, the LPG tank that is being used is very hard material that is used. So it is durable and heavy duty for safety purposes. And also it has shut off device when the tank reaches 80% of its liquid capacity. So there are valves that closes if it reaches the 80% capacity and changes into petrol if uh, you have no left LPG in your system. And also it is non-toxic. As we notice, LPG is used in our kitchen for cooking, so it is safe. And also leaks are easily detected because of odorant. So if there is a leakage for our system, then we can immediately detect according to its odor. because it smells different than gasoline or diesel. And also installed safety devices and shut-off valves that function automatically when the fuel line ruptures, and no possibility of theft. There are also studies and testings that it has crash tested and tank venting. So once our tank crashes, so it bends and never broke easily. And LPG cut off in accident. So if there is an accident, automatically our LPG cut off. And full crash testing, and if LPG runs out system, it switches to petrol, and also excess flow valve on the tank. These are the manufacturer or companies that converts and uses this LPG system. We have the Volvo, Nissan, Ford, Renault, and Vauxhall, and General Motors. And for the material benefits for auto LPG, it reduced wear during cold start, because in petrol engines it needs fuel enrichment for cold start to start our engine. So there is a excess fuel that accumulates on our cylinder wall that washed away our oil and thereby accelerating wear. So obviously there are more natural tear and wear in our diesel and gasoline. Unlike for our LPG, it never required too much fuel to start our engine. And also it extended engine life due to absence of carbon deposits, especially the diesel. If the diesel engine has EGR, the more it causes more carbon deposits. And also drivability similar to gasoline with a negligible effect on acceleration and top speed. Also reduced soot formation, reduced abrasion, and chemical degradation of oil. Also higher octane number and no annoying odor. We have here the performance or track record using LPG system. Number 1, through third generation on vehicle fuel injection system, LPG performance can match or better conventional fuels. No sluggishness or reduction in power with cold start as for petrol and diesel, and higher octane. Example, typically ULG has 92, propane and 104, leads to higher engine power output. And also higher octane also gives motor combustion, no additives required to improve performance, and proven technology and track record and experience as transport fuel. Example, for 40 years in Netherlands and Italy. If we will take a look with this map, we have here the countries that used more than 40 years using LPG system, and they develop it well, and it is existing until now. In Canada, US, Spain, UK, France, Germany, Sweden, Finland, Russia, China, and India, even in Iran, Turkey, and South Africa, and even Australia. As we observe in Philippines, there are few areas that uses this LPG, because literally LPG we use it for cooking and not for our vehicles. And it is not really available all over the Philippines. There are selected areas only for filling plants and major terminals for LPG. But I believe if we will able to adapt this LPG system in our country, we can minimize the risk for the emissions caused by the diesel and gasoline emissions. Though we have electric vehicles nowadays, it is best to use LPG as alternative fuel rather than using gasoline or diesel. These are the components that is being used to convert our gasoline engine to a dual power, petrol and LPG system, wherein if our LPG consumed 80% of its fuel, it automatically uses petrol for the sustainability of our driving or travel experience along the way. So it has LPG filling connectors, gas tank that stores the liquefied gas, and we have bulbs and gauges that controls the flow of LPG, and we have the warm water tri-piece connector that connects the lines for LPG, and vaporizer that converts the LPG into gaseous state, and the mixer that mixes the gas and air to be more combustible, and the idle air control motor and gasoline solenoid valve, and the solenoid filters, and air pass through enter hose. And this is the diagram on the location of the tank for our LPG and the tank for our petrol. So underfloor for our tank for LPG and separately for petrol. And we have also the gas petrol switch, and of course it is controlled by the ECM or module, and the pressure regulators and gas injectors. And for the countries that has the largest auto LPG markets, it's Italy and Australia that has largest markets in LPG vehicles. And other case study states that in Hong Kong there are 500,000 vehicles, 18,000 taxis diesel powered, and SAR government legislates all taxis converted to auto LPG by 2006. And in 2001, SAR government initiating auto LPG trials on buses and minibus. And in Australia, 20 million people and 10 million vehicles, wherein 4 to 5% vehicle on autogas. That has 97% all taxis already on autogas. And that concludes my report. Thank you, sir, and have a great day. God bless.